regulation, it just really makes me wonder how people that are so against regulation, the party, the Republican Party in particular, against regulation, but yet they want to regulate women's health care, women's personal sexual behavior, and women's reproductive rights. Just is beyond me, but this is just one of the symptoms of our country and our failing democracy that has been allowed to happen, I believe, because people have just sat back and trusted that things were going to work out fine. But really, just like what we're doing today, it's a little thing, but if everybody did something and just educated everyone about all the ills of our country right now, things would change, and things would change pretty fast, I think.
Let's talk about regulation. Now, the most Republican members of Congress and those who have been running and are still running for president on the Republican ticket are very quick to decry regulation because they say it is a constraint on business and kills jobs. I'm here to tell you that most regulations are not there to constrain business and kill jobs. They're there to protect the people who use and make and are in close proximity to products and materials. Let me give you a couple of examples. There's a material called silica, and silica is basically sand. We've all had a little bit of sand in our hot dogs at the beach, and it hasn't killed very many of us. However, it turns out that if you reduce sand to very fine particulate and inhale it, it's extremely dangerous. In fact, it causes respiratory illness and in a very short period of time can kill you. This has been known since for more than 2,000 years. The Romans documented problems with inhaling silica particulates back when they did construction. Currently, there are many manufacturing construction processes that use that cause silica particulate to be raised, including masonry. Sandblasting is one of the major offenders, and then there are literally thousands of people who die each year from silicosis from working in close proximity to these particulates. Another example, beryllium, which is a unique metal that's used in a wide variety of products. It's used to make specialized ceramics that go into high-tech products like missiles, into car parts. They're used in your cell phones. And in places where this is manufactured, you get lots of beryllium particulates raised into the surrounding air, and the people who breathe this in for any period of time come down with an ailment called berylliosis. It's fatal, and both beryllium and silica in particulate form in the air are recognized and classified as human carcinogens. The current occupational safe level recognized for beryllium was set in the back seat of a taxi by an industrial hygienist and a doctor the year I was born. I'm 63 years old. You do the math. Hasn't been changed since. Now, both silica and beryllium they have had for more than 10 years proposed safer standards have been proposed, and they have been implemented, and why? It's because the people who earn a profit off of making the products, in which those are used, everything from building houses to sandblasting to car and missile parts, view it as costing a little bit more in order to suppress that stuff from going to the atmosphere. And as a consequence of that and other standards that are known and have not been implemented, more than 50,000 deaths a year occur from occupational exposure to materials like these. Now, not just beryllium and silica, but total 50,000 deaths a year from occupational exposure to things that need to be better regulated. If you're one of those people who thinks that it's a good idea not to suppress regulation because it saves you a little money when you go to Walmart, saves you a few $100 when you build a house, then I have a suggestion for you. Write that down on a little card, put that card in your wallet, and when you're standing in line at the pearly gates, when you get up to the front, pull that card out, show it to the guy, let's see if it gets you in any faster. Have a great day.
No, now it is. Okay.
Okay. Congressman Jackson has a bill in Congress. It's called Catch Up with 1968, which is when the minimum wage was set until just recently. But anyway, our federal minimum wage in the United States is lower than any in the industrialized world, and his bill would bring it up not as far as it was in 1968, but a much better minimum wage of around $10. And there's a website for that. Let's see. timeforaraise.org. timeforaraise.org. And you can sign up for it, and be sure and tell your congresspeople and the president that we really need to have this, because it will really help the economy. It will there will be a demand out there in the economy, and demand will be filled, and we'll have revenue, and things should be a lot better. So let's be sure to get this passed in Congress. Thank you.
American public as the new generation that they just simply, they didn't go through the union era. You know, even my own sons, they don't have a hand in the unions at all.
Well, there's also the possibility that the election was rigged in Wisconsin too.
Yeah, but it wasn't even close.
47 to 53.
Yeah, that's not close enough. You're not going to rig it that bad.
Well, they're getting better and better at it.
Yeah, but, you know, if it had been, you know, a point or two difference, then yeah, you could say rigged. But no, he just